What's up, y'all? I don't know what's going on with my streaming settings, but for some reason I'm not able to show the streaming thing, and I don't know what the heck is going on with this at all. So that I can't see. The same thing happened last week. I couldn't see all of you guys. Oh, there you go. Now I see you. Okay, I see you now. All right, I'm seeing everybody now. I was having trouble seeing everybody on the chat side. Like last week, I couldn't see anybody on the chat side. Now this week, I was trying to. I've been working with my computer for about an hour and a half now, trying to get everything straight, and I got a lot straight. But yeah, no, we're doing good. Now I can see everybody. Welcome. Hopefully you're all enjoying your weekend and that you're safe this weekend. Tony Tibbins, Maya, number 9. How you doing, my brother Lonnie, Andrew, Abraham, my man, Margaret Edwards, Yashaya, what's up? Guilford, my man, Stoop Kids Studio, Elixir Flow, Ron Cohen, James E. Moore, Samuel Rios, what's up? Walter Blackman, Dwight Young, how y'all doing? Kenny Murray, Miss Stevenson, how's everything? Doing okay? Wellflower, V Dash, Angel Gonzalez, Jay Dizzy, King Ribby, Charm Boy, how y'all doing? Walter Blackman, how's everybody? How's everybody doing? We are at the 19 game mark right now. We're going to talk about a few things. Knicks overall, I want to talk about IQ, I want to talk about Mitch Rob, talk about Grimes, talk about the Villanova crew, which, the Villanova crew, which we know to be JB, Jay Hart, and of course, Dante Ragu. We know them. And then we're talking about iHeart. And of course, we still have Jericho and Deuce. Okay. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I know I am. I looked back at that game on Friday. In fact, I want to look at it again today. Yeah, that was a nice win in Toronto. It was a nice win. Second of a back-to-back. The thing is, I looked up the back-to-back situations. Now, most teams have 11 back-to-backs in a season. Most teams. The Knicks also have 11 back-to-backs in a season. The Knicks have already had 5, which is probably among the most in the league right now at this point of the season. The Knicks have already had 5 back-to-back. They got 3 more. Well, actually, if you count Friday, because Friday was December 1st, they would have 3 more. They have 2 more in December. And then they got 3 more in January. And then once you get there, you're talking about 10. So they only have 1 more left, and that's in April. So after January, the Knicks only have 1 more back-to-back. So they play in the early part of this schedule, one of the toughest schedules in the NBA. Like I said, some people was like, well, it doesn't matter. That's an excuse. There's some people that don't know nothing about basketball and try to talk about what an excuse is. When you're playing back-to-backs, it's tough. That ain't no excuse. This is the league. That's what happens. It's tough. So the thing is about it, when you come out of at the end of December, the Knicks would have had 7 back-to-backs of an 11 back-to-back season. Think about that. And they would have played 9 out of 12 games in December on the road. Okay? So look, let's be honest. Talk to me, Knicks Nation. Let's be honest about it. How many people would you say, of all of the platforms out there, you name all the platforms, whatever, how many people would have said the Knicks could be no worse than 12-8 after 20 games? Talk to me. How many people actually, aside from me, how many people actually thought the Knicks would be 12-8 after 20 games? Because that's the worst they can be. If they lose against Milwaukee on Tuesday, they'd be 12-8. If they beat Milwaukee, they'll be 13-7. Okay? No, I'm saying after 20 games, the worst case scenario is 12-8. And yet you got people being stupid out here. First of all, what we've been saying the whole time, that we got dogs, right? And we need to let, and I said, we need to let these horses run. Didn't I say that to y'all? I said, we need to let these horses run because we need to see what they got. If we're going to make moves, you make them next summer. You don't make them at the trade deadline based on everybody. So the latest thing is, DeMar DeRozan wants to come to the Knicks. First of all, let's understand something. Just because ABCD player wants to come to New York, listen carefully, does not mean A, the Knicks are interested, does not mean B, it's going to get done because that player is interested. Okay? You understand? Why is it when somebody said, well, I got the Knicks on my list, that we all got to pay attention to that? Can we get the things more pressing? Can we talk about things more important? You know what? I'm not one of them platforms that we got to talk about the BS and accept it as if it's true. Y'all know me, right? Y'all been around this channel, know me a little bit. I don't care about that. What do I care about? Can we develop? Y'all know the letters. LTSW. Can we develop LTSW? You got me. Can we do it? Y'all been, what's LTSW? Talk to me, y'all. Come on now. Guilford, tell them what it is. Could you please? Coach Hauser, tell them what it is. LTSW. What are we talking about? That's right, VDAS. We're talking about long-term sustainable winning. What we need to understand is you don't make rash decisions when you're trying to develop long-term sustainable winning. You don't make quick rash decisions. Just because of DeMar DeRozan wants to come here, you don't make a decision on him when you got a long-term program. Your program is a 5-year program. You're in year 4 of your 5-year program. So you drafted most of these young kids. You got IQ. You got Q-Dog. You got RJ. You got Mitch Rob. You drafted these kids. So you want to see what these kids can do before y'all start making decisions of, Q-Dog is soft, or Q-Dog ain't going to play. What? Let me explain something to you. When a baby's learning to walk, does it just get up and start walking? Wait. I got 4 children. Okay? And my second son, the boy was determined to walk early. I mean, he just, so he kept falling down the stairs, and it would scare me and my wife to death. He would run and he would fall down the stairs, and he would try to get up and climb over the fences we put up in the house. He was driving us crazy. And then every time he fell, you would think that he broke bones because he starts to yelling, and man, would make me so nervous. And I would say, Joshua, no, and he made me nervous. My second one, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she did the similar thing. She was trying to follow her brother, okay? But she'd be more tough about it. But my last daughter, we almost thought she wasn't going to be able to walk. No, yeah, because she just sat down and crawled everywhere. And then all of a sudden, one day, I think she was almost a year old, just got up and started walking. Just like that, just got up and started walking. So some of them were struggling. Some of them was going normal, like my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter sat down to the point where we was thinking, is she all right? Then all of a sudden one day she just got up without practicing, started walking. It's the same thing with player development. Okay, some of y'all see a guy struggling and you're ready. Bench him, send him. You don't do that. This is what you call development. And it was so weird. When Tibbs first came, right? Everybody was talking about Tibbs is not a development coach. There's still some idiots out there saying that, but there's people that were saying Tibbs is not a development coach. We need to get rid of him. He's not going to develop this young team. I also wanted Kenny Atkinson. I ain't going to front. Kenny Atkinson was my first choice because of the development issue. But I liked that they got Tibbs. Tibbs was my second choice. I had wanted Tibbs from a long time, actually, to be honest with you. But so remember Kenny, remember Kenny, and I was like, yeah, I wanted Kenny Atkinson, but I'm not going to complain about Thibodeau. So he's not a development coach. So here we are. This is year 4 of Thibodeau. Would you say Mitchell Robinson has developed? Would you say R.J. Barrett has developed? Would you say Julius Randle has developed? Would you say Emmanuel Quickly has developed? Have these guys developed? And then there's a whole bunch of other eggheads that are out here trying to not give Tibbs credit for these players that have developed on his watch. Okay, there's some knuckleheads out here. Well, the reason RJ developed is because he was working this summer with some of the reason this because he went to work. No man. Tibbs is the head coach. Okay, he hires Yoshimoto. They work with these kids and they develop them. So now look, it's Q Dog's turn to develop. Okay, y'all got to stop tripping when he goes 0 for 6. You got to stop tripping when he don't get 5 threes. You got to let him develop. You see, brethren, let me explain this to you briefly before we go into the rest of the stuff. Let's start on Q Dog because that's my boy right there. I like Q Dog. I'm very excited about him. Let me let you understand something. True scouting understanding. Okay, when you're an NBA scout or a basketball scout, is to see the future before it happens. So in other words, I see a 19-year-old RJ Barrett come to the New York Knicks. And actually, I was a little disappointed because actually I wanted Cam or Zion or Ja. But I knew they were going to pick RJ because he was the 3rd pick. I said, okay, they're going to get RJ. Okay. And I was concerned because of what I saw at Duke. He didn't have a jump shot, a consistent one. He was bully balling everybody at Duke. So I was like, he's not going to be able to do that in the league. But it took me about 10 games in his rookie year to see, he could bully ball grown men, and he's 19. So I'm seeing, at that time, if you recall, I was seeing RJ Barrett as Jimmy Butler 2.0. I've been saying that since his rookie year. And people were laughing. He's not Jimmy Butler, or blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't that he was Jimmy Butler at age 19. It was he was going to become that in 3 or 4 seasons. Okay. Then he became bully ball, but couldn't, he put them Ray Charles glasses on a little too much for all of us, right? We were like, damn, when he going to take them Ray Charles glasses off and learn how to shoot, right? His foul line couldn't shoot from 3, was inconsistent. And so we were waiting for that next shoe to drop. And I kept saying, even when I advocated to trade him, I said, he's going to become Jimmy Butler 2.0. He's just not ready now. Didn't I say that? I said he's going to become it, but we can get a guy right now in Mikal Bridges if we could at the time. I said even Jeremy Grant, because these guys are ready now. RJ's going to get there, but we got to wait. Well, this year, as you all know now, he's become, would anybody argue with me if I said Jimmy Butler 2.0 now? Everybody laughing now? Because look, it's happened. Now, my point in bringing this up, not to make myself look smart, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm saying to you is development takes time. There's going to be some ugly situations when you're developing a player. Okay, it's just the way it is. Jimmy Butler, what you're seeing in him right now, okay, if you were to see him his rookie year and his second year, and let me tell you something, when Jimmy Butler was a rookie, he was 22 years old. Let me say it again. When he was a rookie, he was 22 years old. So he wasn't like 19. And he had a lot of potential. His body was strong. He could bully people. You could see that he had this potential in the future. He wasn't there yet, but he was going to get there. Okay? Q-Dog, I'm trying to tell you. First of all, we've seen Tibbs. If you've seen Tibbs over the years, he don't give a lot of rookies a lot of minutes. And he never starts rookies. He never, I don't recall any rookie that started for Tom Thibodeau. Can you, I mean, aside from Q Dog, right, in his rookie year, he started. But I don't remember any rookie. Some people try to bring up Derrick Rose and don't realize Derrick Rose was in his third season when Thibodeau came to Chicago. Derrick Rose was under Vinny of the Negro, you know, otherwise known as Vinny Del Negro. That was his coach in the first 2 years of his career, Vinny Del Negro, otherwise known as Vinny of the Negro. That's Vinny Del Negro. That was D Rose's coach. When Tibbs came, Rose is in his third season. Okay, so Rose wasn't no rookie. He was still young, but he wasn't no rookie. Tibbs very rarely starts rookies. Very rarely does he start rookies. Okay, he just doesn't. He don't actually like rookies. And y'all should know that. I mean, he develops, but he don't like rookies. He don't. Okay, that's why people keep, you know, every year at the draft, right? Oh, this guy can slot right in and start. I said, you know, Coach Thibodeau's the coach, right? People was talking about Jaden Ivey would start for the Knicks. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. And I think if you're looking at Jaden Ivey right now, I still say Jaden Ivey's going to be a superstar. But he's not. He don't tell me he's going to start for the Knicks. You thinking he would start for the Knicks? Seriously. Thibodeau would have his foot so far up that brother's behind every night. It wouldn't even be funny, man. I'm trying to say. So you know, Tibbs don't like rookies, man. He just don't. He deals with them, and he respects when they talented. But he's not going to start no rookie. So Grimes started, I forgot how many games. He started several games as a rookie, okay? And I was like, and he was out there because of his potential. Potential, you understand? He was out there because of his potential. And I was telling y'all, if you recall, before the Knicks drafted him, there were two guys I liked at that position. I liked, first, I have to admit, Trey Murphy III was my guy. I wasn't even like, I saw the guy, Duarte, but I was concerned because he was older. But as this season went on, the college season that year, I was like, shoot, man, I like this kid, Trey Murphy III. And at the time, he was falling to the Knicks. And then all of a sudden, he started rolling up the draft boards. And then he got taken early. But my second guy was Grimes. Okay. And I liked him. I felt like he was the best rebounding two guard in the nation at Houston in that year that he got drafted. And that, of course, he could play a stellar defense. I think Duarte is gone, man. Duarte is in... where Duarte at? Is he in Portland? He got traded, didn't he? I think Duarte got traded to Portland. I think he got traded. Okay. So, but I liked Kudo. So, you know, in his rookie year, I'm just trying to look it up now. But in his rookie year, let me see here. Let me get his rookie year. So he started 6 games in his rookie year. And if you remember, I think he hurt his foot that year. He played in 46 games. He started 6 games in his rookie year. His second year, he started 66 games. And that's what he had broke his foot earlier that season, last season. Now, this year, he started 17 games. I'm going to tell you, man, the rookie that played, that I seen, as I looked it up, that Tibbs played the most minutes. He didn't start either, was Josh Okogie. Tibbs was the general manager in Minnesota when they drafted Josh Okogie. And Tibbs played him more minutes than he had played any rookie, and he didn't start him either. Okay, but he started Grimes. And Grimes would have started more, but he got hurt. And then last year, he started, 66 games. And would have started more. They had to get through Evan Fournier first. This year, he started 17 games. So I'm trying to tell you, this kid, Tibbs recognizes, the Knicks recognize, this kid is going to be good, man. We got to chill with all of this. You know, start Hart because he got 7 threes or whatever. Hart and Dante are doing what this is what it's called. You know what Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo are doing? It's called, they're doing their job. That's what they're doing. They're doing their job. They were not brought in to start. They were both brought in to supplement Mobb Deep. By the way, on a side note, I told you, I've been following my boy. I'm talking about Obadiah. I mean, I know we Knicks, but Obadiah is New York, man. That's our boy, man. I'm always gonna follow Obadiah. Y'all been following Obadiah? You see what Obadiah did last night? You know what Obadiah did last night? Obadiah scored 22 last night. He hit like 3 threes last night, 3 or 4. Obadiah had 4 block shots last night. Y'all been following Obadiah? And I told y'all, watch for 20 and 8 from Obi. So for the last 5 games, Obi's been averaging 17. Right now, overall, he started off averaging like 9 points. Then it went up to 10, then 12. Now he's averaging 13 points a game. Okay. It's going to go up. His last 5 games, he's averaging 17. I've been following Obadiah because Obadiah is our boy. And I'm telling you, he got the opportunity to start. He's getting comfortable. And I watched the game last night. I think they were playing the Heat. Yeah, they were playing the Heat last night. And man, let me tell you, Rick Carlisle is another coach that don't take no BS, right? I mean, he just doesn't, for good or for bad. He is what he is, like Tibbs, right? For defensive purposes, he was riding Obadiah on Jimmy Butler. Any of y'all seen that game? He was riding Obadiah. Now, Obadiah was getting done up by Jimmy Butler, but then again, he had 4 block shots against Jimmy Butler. It was a battle, okay? It was a battle. And Obadiah was doing his thing, man. And he was running on the break. He was hitting them threes. He was doing his thing, man. So, yeah, I'm telling y'all, Obadiah is going to be that dude. I'm telling you. Okay? So I'm following our boy, and he's doing good. I'm just so happy to see him get the opportunity. And the Knicks did him a solid. As we said, the Knicks did him a solid because he wasn't going to get the time that he needed to get with Drew. He wasn't going to do it. And he knew it, and Drew knew it, and the Knicks knew it. So they did him a solid. Somebody said, we could have got more from him. You don't understand. When you're talking like that, you have no idea what's going on. They're doing Obi a solid. Obi wanted to go to Indy. Indy wanted Obi, so they made it happen. Okay? They made it happen for him. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. New York Knicks, please don't do no trades. Stick with what you have. Thank you, Michael Everhart, for the $5. Still OGs available to. Yes, right. I agree with you. We don't need to be talking. Somebody, and this, I'm not trying to pick on the brother, so I won't even mention his name, but he know who he is. But brother talking about, well, why don't we go after Kelly Olynyk? He might be available from Utah. And I'm like, okay. He said we could use him at the 5. Now, what's wrong with that? I asked him, I said, wait a minute, we got the best combination of bigs in the league with Mitch Robb and Hartenstein, right? So why would we want to mess with that? That's what I'm saying. Brethren, people get hyped for the sake of the dopamine. We talked about that, right? We got the dopamine issue. You're not thinking about really trying to go long-term sustainable winning. You're thinking about what it looks like on NBA 2K. If you're thinking about long-term sustainable winning, why would you mess with the combination of 5s you got, where there's the best combination? I would say, let me be very conservative. The Knicks have at least the top 5 in the NBA, the combination of 5 between Mitchell Robinson and I'm being conservative. This is top 5. Best combination. Why would you want to mess with that? Why would you ever think about bringing in Kelly Olynyk? And then what you going to do with Jericho? Jericho is still there. You drafted Jericho. You want Jericho to play, or don't you? See, people don't think about that because they're looking at NBA 2K. And I hate this term. Who says no? Why don't we do this? Who says no? I say no. I say no. N-O. Hell to the no. And people keep bringing this. Why don't you want this trade? What about this trade? For what? Look. Again, the Knicks can't do no worse than 12 and 8 in their first 20 games. they're going to a tough part of the schedule. There's no doubt. No doubt they're going to a tough part of the schedule. Starting this Tuesday against Milwaukee. Okay. Tough part of the schedule. But I like the way they're looking right now. And they're still developing. They haven't really clicked on all cylinders yet. What we got right now, brethren, is they want to change because of the dopamine. And then they start tripping. It's like an addict, they go and they get cocaine and they get hyped, and then they go and get heroin to be brought back down. That's what some of these fans are like. They need the dopamine hype, and then when they get there what they want, they start tripping and be down. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. No, Jacob Toppin, no, Miss Edwards. Jacob Toppin has really got potential. And the Knicks are going to give him a lot of rope because he's Obi's brother and he's very athletic. Let me just be honest with you. He's not NBA ready. He's not ready to play in the league right now. Okay, he's not. Let's not get carried away. No, he cannot back up Jew right now. He's not ready. He's not ready. Now, maybe after this season, when you see Jacob next summer, he's going to probably play summer league next year again. Then we can make an evaluation of whether he's ready for the league, and maybe he gets a contract that puts him on the regular roster. Then we could talk about it. But right now, Jacob's not ready. He's not NBA ready right now. That's why he didn't get drafted. Y'all got to recognize NBA teams spend a lot of money on scouting players, a lot of money. And so Jacob Toppin didn't get drafted. 30 teams passed on him. Even the Knicks, they all passed on him, okay? And he came to the Knicks as a free agent. Nobody drafted him. So why? Because he's not NBA ready. He has to be developed. And I have to admit, the 37-point game he put up the other night in G League, listen, he's got potential. Tom Thibodeau is going to give him all the rope, more than he would give any other player usually, because Tom, despite what y'all think, he liked Obi. He just couldn't play Obi because he got Drew. Can't play Obi. Obi ain't no backup. Obi's a starter. So again, some of y'all still tripping that they shouldn't have traded Obi. Yes, they should have traded Obi. They had to, because he wasn't going to start, and he's a starter. See, so now he starts in Indiana. Okay, he starts in Indiana, fine. But his brother is going to get all kinds of opportunity with the Knicks, as he should. Okay, so he's playing G League right now. He's getting developed, okay? And then next summer, when you see the Knicks summer league team, he should be on it. And I believe he will be NBA ready at that time. I believe he will be at that time. He's developing very nicely in the G League. This is called development. And then you want to see what he can do when he's on the regular roster. Got to remember a couple of things. Very good, Kyle. Thanks for asking, brother. I appreciate that. But you got to remember a couple of things. Some of y'all beat your head up against the wall. And I hear you, because I do the same thing with Tibbs sometimes, but I've learned. Don't do it. It's not worth the problem. But y'all keep begging for a 10-man rotation or trying to figure out how you can get 10 men. Tibbs is a 9-man rotation guy. Period. So if you got more than 9 guys that you're going to want on the roster, and you think everybody's going to get minutes, that's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen. Okay, not going to happen. So you got to chill. Okay, he's going to do 9 men, and he's already got his 9 guys. Okay, and if the 10th guy, if you've noticed, is Deuce. So Deuce is your 10th guy. So whenever there's a next guy up, it's Deuce. Okay, my dad's doing well, man. My dad's doing well. We're update is the and by the way, man, speaking of that, shoot, my father's worked really hard, saved his money all his life. He's a black man in America. He struggled, he worked and saved. My father was a prodigious saver. I'm telling you, we remember back in the day. I don't know if New York still has Pathmark. New York still got Pathmark. Back in the day, Pathmark was the big supermarket that we all went to. Pathmark. In New York City, it was D'Agostino's. In Long Island, it was Pathmark. So my father had a Pathmark. We had like back in the day, there was no plastic bags. I know some of y'all don't know, but back in the day, it was all paper bags. Okay, so when you went shopping, you brought your groceries in a paper bag. Yeah. I'm saying it was a long time ago. So we would go shopping and get our groceries in the paper bag. That makes sense, Tony Tippins. But I'm just telling you what it was. But I got a point to tell you this. So my father took 2 Pathmark shopping bags, and he used that double bag, right? He used that as his lunch basket, his lunch pail. That was his lunch pail, the double Pathmark paper bags. And brethren, he would roll it up, and I'm telling you, it was at least I was there from, I left home when I was 19. So back from like I would say at least 13 and 19, same Pathmark bags. I'm trying to tell you. And he would have you go in his closet, he would like maybe have 2 pairs of jeans. That's all he had. And then one day, even I had a pair of shoes I didn't like, and I was gonna give them away. And he took the shoes and wore them to work every day. That's my dad. So I really respect him, obviously, and I respect that he worked so hard for what he had. So he's in this place, man, and they trying to talk about charging all this money. And I come in there, like yesterday. I come in there and see my dad probably 4 or 5 times a week. So I come in there yesterday, me and my wife came in there. And there was this new CNA on the floor. And they had his bed, like his bed has to be elevated. They had it almost on the floor. And I came in there and as soon as I said, what is this? And I came back out, I said, what is this with his bed being on the floor? And the lady said, well, we always do that. I said, no, you don't. I come here all the time. Who you think? What you think? And my father started laughing because he had a stroke, so he can't talk a lot. And he started laughing because I said, what you mean all the time? Could you raise his bed up, please? And then he had drank something, and the empty bottle was on the bed because he could only use his left hand. I said, when's the last time somebody came in here? Oh, we come in all the time. No, you don't. But you see, that's me and my wife and my stepmother going and checking on him. Some people never get checked on. And I'm telling you, they're paying a lot of money, like 5 figures a month, to be in this joint. Okay? So I said, oh, hell no. I said, hell no, we're not doing this. So I'm taking him out. And I went and I'm power of attorney. I went and got him a small house nearby this house that we can, and then I called the nursing thing, and it's going to work out much better for him. And just telling him that, he started perking up. I'm telling you, he started perking up. And it's good. It's good. So thank you all for your prayers and your well wishes, because yeah, it's good. He's already perking up. When I told him, I said, I'm going to get you out of here by the end of the month. I'm getting you out. I said, don't worry. We're going to get it all straightened out. And he was all perked up, man. So, cause he can't really talk, but he can express himself. And when he hears something funny, he'll laugh. When he don't like it, he's going to make a certain face. And I know what the face means. And so I thank you all for that. But yeah, I said, no, we're not. And I came and I told him, I talked to everybody and talked to accountants. This week was crazy. Talking to accountants, talking to nurses, talking to doctors, talking to real estate agents, doing all that stuff, man, doing contracts, talking to what you call home health companies, all of that. This week was crazy. Yeah, he had a stroke. And what happened, he had a heart attack. And the heart attack turned into a stroke. They said the heart attack caused a blood clot, and it went to his brain and caused a stroke. But he is recovering slowly, but he's definitely coming along. And then they telling me, well, he's never going to recover. So, and I said, how you going? You know what? I tell you what, I'm getting him out of here. I'll tell you what, we're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of this business. And so forget it. And he could still die tomorrow, but at least I know I did the best I could for him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I thank you all for looking out. He's doing much better. Like I said, he perked up yesterday. And so we're going in there today. And just to the thing is, like Miss Edwards, she said she's in that field. This is the thing. It's not always the nurse's fault. I blame the management, and I'll tell you why. You go in, I go in there, right? They got on the floor that he's on. I say they got like 30 or 40 people, 40 rooms, sometimes two people in the room. He's got a private room, but I'm saying two people in the room. They got maybe 30, 40 people that they got to take care of. At any given time, there's only 3 nurses, maybe 4, that are on the floor working. So actually, like when you add up, and yesterday I was telling my wife and my stepmother, I said, look at this now. I said, we were with him yesterday at 3 hours. And I said, nobody came in here. Well, then somebody came in at 7 o'clock to look in on him and change him. And I said, see, now, if you add up how many hours he actually gets attention, it's probably 2 hours in a day, if it's that, okay, that he actually gets attention. So I'm like, okay, so if I brought him home and I had a nurse there with him 5 hours a day, he's going to get way more attention than he gets there. Because now that's our only job, to look at him, to check him. That's our only job. See, so I realized that they hire very small amount of help. They don't even pay them good. And then they put all this on them so they can't. And there's a couple of nurses in there. Like there's people like in this is off the Knicks a little bit, so we're going to get back on the Knicks in a second. But I'm saying there are people that are born to do stuff. Like there's a difference between the person that's born to be a teacher and the person that's trying to teach to get paid. There's a difference between a person that's born to be a police officer. Like there's people that's just born to do that, protect and serve. And then there's people that want to shoot people or they just want to get the money, and that's a whole different person. There are people that are born to be health practitioners. There are people that just have a heart for it. Like there's this one lady, she comes in 4 days a week, and I love her. Her name is Glenn. She comes in there, she shaves my father, she makes sure he's clean. Well, I know when she's in there because everything is tight. When I come in there with him, I say, oh, Glenn must be here, because she makes sure, and it's not for the money, she just loves that work. She does it. There are people that are born to do it. Then there are people that are there because they need a job. That's going to be a whole different scene. See, that's going to be a whole different scene. Okay. So yeah, we're taking him out of there. We closing on this house at the end of the month, and I'm still getting all of that stuff together, but we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that set up. He's gonna have a nurse in there 5 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're gonna have his bed. I already checked with Medicare. I had to call all these people, Medicare, all these people to get the equipment that he needs. So it was a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. So that's I'm happy though at the end of the day, because I know my father's 83. My father's 83. So I'm happy at the end of the day that he's getting what he deserved, what he should get, the respect that he deserved, that he's getting. So yeah, praise the Most High for that. So thank you all for your support, and I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, he's doing good. Thanks for asking. He's doing good, and I'm glad for him, man. Yeah. And my wife came in there yesterday, washed his feet, scrub and washed his feet, washed his chest a little bit, make sure, gave him a little rub up down on his legs. My wife, if my wife wasn't something, she works as a office manager, but she could be a nurse, Yeah. No, we not gonna have no loan. My father never believed in mortgages. See me? I got big mortgages on my stuff, but my father don't believe in no mortgages, man. If he can't pay cash, he ain't doing it. You know what I mean? So that's him. So no, there's no mortgages. And in fact, we kept getting asked by the sellers, well, where you getting your mortgage from? I keep telling you, there's no mortgage. There's no mortgage. He's gonna pay cash for this house because I'm handling his business. He's gonna pay cash for this house because that's my dad. He ain't gonna, Yeah. And this is a man that's never made more than 50 grand in his whole life. That's the truth. Never made more than 50 grand in his whole life. You understand? I respect the hell out of that, man. So me, I got mortgages on my crib. I'm deaded up between this and student loans. That's the thing, man. The United States of America makes sure you get debt. You know what I mean? But not my dad. He wasn't having that, man. He wasn't having it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Coach Hausen. Okay. So Tibbs, do you believe we still got people calling for Tibbs' job? And listen here. I don't know what people expect. I don't understand what people expect. The man took a team that in the 3 years prior to him coming here, we're talking about 17 wins, 21 wins, 23 wins. That's about what you got. Am I lying? That's about what you got, right? And yeah, the toughest place to ply your trade as a coach is New York. Whether it's baseball, football, hockey, or basketball, the toughest place to ply your trade is Knicks. And the Knicks, I'm going to tell you, it's the most toughest of all because of the hatred of James Dolan. There's people that don't like Dolan and don't know why they don't like Dolan. That's how stupid it is. Because the media hates him because he told the media to get out his locker room. That's why they don't like him. And then he made moves when he don't know nothing about basketball. But then he learned from that. And now he's letting the basketball people handle the game. But the media hates him. And then you got people that just buying into that media BS and hate him too and don't know why. Let me tell you why I like James Dolan. Let me tell you why I respect James Dolan. Can you tell me what basketball owner hired a black head coach, a black general manager, and a black president of basketball operations? How many? Can you please tell me what head coach in NBA history did that? Can you please tell me what owner in NBA history did that? What owner did that? Please talk to me. I want to know who the owners that hired a black head coach, a black president of basketball operations, and a black general manager on the same year. How many did that? How many? I just want to know because I want to hear what is it. Well, somebody say, well, he support Trump. I don't give a damn who he support. He support some black people. I know that. Okay. This brother went down and asked Julius Randle to autograph his basketball. I don't understand what the problem is. And I want to tell you, this whole Charles Oakley thing is on Oakley. It's on Oakley. Do y'all remember what happened with Charles Oakley? It's on Oakley, man. He was in there acting like an a-hole. Do you remember when they traded Latrell Sprewell and he came back to the Garden and was cursing? Every basket he made, he was cursing out James Dolan. James Dolan was sitting there under the basket. He was cursing James Dolan out. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember that. When they traded him to Minnesota, when he came back, he was cursing out James Dolan. Every time he scored, he would stop and curse James Dolan out. And what did James Dolan do when that boy gambled away all his money? He hired Latrell Sprewell. Wait. Latrell Sprewell is on his payroll. Latrell Sprewell is on his payroll. Y'all know that? Latrell Sprewell is on his payroll. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's on Oakley. Oakley had a problem. And I understand. I'm not saying Oakley. I'm saying he's carrying it too far. But what I'm saying is that Oakley was mad because Patrick Ewing was a real prima donna. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the 80s and 90s, when Ewing was established as one of the game's best players, he was a daggone prima donna. There's no doubt. They treated him separate and different from everybody else on the team. Patrick Ewing. Jeff Van Gundy treated him different. And then, of course, his assistants, which you had Tom Thibodeau, you had Steve Clifford. They all treated Ewing like he was the king. And Oakley definitely was not happy with that. He was not happy with that. Okay. And I mean, Ewing played that mess up. Ewing had a different seat on the plane. Ewing was treated like royalty in New York by the coaches and the player. And Oakley had a problem with that, and he still does. He's still carrying that. And I like Charles Oakley. I liked Oakley when we got him from Chicago. I was very happy because I knew you couldn't have like you. If y'all remember, it was Bill Cartwright. You couldn't have Cartwright and Ewing. They couldn't play together. They were both really, really talented fives, but you can't play them both. So of course the Knicks kept Ewing and traded Cartwright and got Oakley, and I was glad. That was a good move. I'm still like, oh, Oak one of the all-time favorite Knicks, man. I mean, come on, but he got to drop this thing, man. With Dolan, he's tripping out. He was wine, he was drunk, and he was acting up that night. And Dolan said, "Get his ass out of here." So what? All of a sudden, Dolan's wrong? Please, man. Oh no. And I'm not, look, I'm not trying to say Dolan is perfect, okay? But Oak was out of control, man. And then he's still going to court trying to sue and all this stuff. It was crazy. Okay, so I have no problem with James Dolan. I like a guy that learned from his mistakes. Yeah, he messed up. He ruined the whole thing with the Carmelo Anthony trade. He messed up many times. And then let us not forget, he loved him some Isaiah Thomas to a fault. Isaiah Thomas got caught with sexual harassment. Dolan still hired him. I mean, to a fault. He still loves Isaiah Thomas. But he has learned from his mistakes. Okay, he really has learned from his mistakes. He's letting the Don and them handle the basketball business, and he's staying out of it. So I don't understand, except I know, yeah, he tried to hand the keys to Jackson. Jackson didn't want the keys, but who gonna say no to $60 million? You understand? He was trying to buy Phil Jackson. Say, okay, I'm gonna write you a big check. Come to New York. Phil Jackson couldn't say, who gonna say no to $60 million? But Phil Jackson was the wrong guy. Dolan learned that, fired him, ate the money that he owed him, because he still owed him like $30 million or more than $15 million, and he ate the money. Okay, then what did he do? He turned around and hired our Hempstead boy, our Roosevelt boy. You know what I'm saying? He went and hired our Roosevelt boy and Scott Perry. That's what I'm saying. The president of basketball operations, okay, was Steve. Then he had Scott Perry, and then he had Fizdale. Now, were they good at what they did, especially Fizdale? No. But he had the balls to do it. And the media hated him for that. And I'm telling you, I believe it wasn't just because Fizdale wasn't good at being a head coach. It was because they were all black. I'm telling you. The media was riding Dolan on that. So then, of course, you learn, you know, he took Steve Mills out. And by the way, Steve Mills is still an MSG executive. He didn't just kick him to the curb. Steve Mills is still in the New York Knicks organization. See? And so he brings in the Don. He brings in all these people. But listen, I have no problem with James Dolan. I have no problem with James Dolan. Okay? None. No, Fizdale wasn't ready to be a head coach with the Knicks. He was decent when he was in Memphis when he had that team, but he wasn't ready in New York. He really, especially, I was surprised Fizdale wasn't a good development coach either. I thought he would be a better development coach. He wasn't. You know, Kenny Atkinson, that boy can develop some players, right? But not Fizdale. He's not ready for that. He had a veteran team in Memphis, if you recall, with Zebo in them. He had Zebo. He had that big I forgot his name, big Spaniard dude. He had a veteran team in Memphis, you know, and you know, he did go with that, but he couldn't come here and develop these guys in the cauldron that's New York City. Marcus Saw, that's right, Abraham. He couldn't handle this and develop from scratch. We needed a real development coach. But anyway, but Dolan had the balls to hire them cats, man. I mean, what? You got to give him his props. He said, I'm going to hire 3 black dudes. Boom, boom, boom. And then don't even count Robinson, Michelle Obama's brother, hired him as the head scout. All of that. No owner in NBA history has ever done that. No owner in NBA history has ever done that. Okay? Yeah, you know. So I'm just saying, give Dolan his props, man. He is. I don't have no problem with him the way he's running the Knicks right now. I have no problem with him. Yeah, Monica, you know, I have no problem with the way he's running the Knicks right now. Look what he got. He got Wally Zerbiak. He's from Long Island. You got the former Newsday dude. The Newsday used to be rough on the Knicks. What's that guy's name? I forgot the boy's name, but them two are in there with the little short dude. You know, with the little short Alan Hahn. They used to ride the Knicks. He hired him. He hired the little short dude. You know, the plane. You know, like from Fantasy Island. That little short dude. I forgot his name. Tito something. Anyway. But then you bring in Monica. You got a nice crew there, man. You got a nice crew. You still got Latrell, Bill Pito, right? You got Latrell Sprewell in there. You got Allen Houston in there. You got, you still keeping Bernard King close. What are people complaining about? I don't understand it myself, but I don't understand why somebody would have. And then I keep saying, I asked somebody, what is it you don't like about Dolan? And nobody could answer me. Bro, he did this. I said, wait a minute. You act like, he had sex with your sister or something and dumped her. What did he do to you that you tripping? Well, no, you know what it is? The media puts it out there and brainwashed fools, they buy into it and they just run with it. That's right. Walt Clyde Frazier, Earl Monroe. He keeping Dean Meminger. He keep all these cats close. Usually they right there in the front row when they come to New York. Marcus Camby comes back. He still got all these dudes. Larry Johnson is on the payroll. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, Oakley was smart. Oakley, I don't know if he still does, but he used to run. That's right, John Wallace. He used to run a whole bunch of, Oakley had a lot of car washes. Apparently, he's pretty successful. He had some car wash business in New York. He's pretty successful. So maybe he's just really a good businessman. But if Oak needed a job, if Oak needed to get a paycheck, Dolan would hire him. Oak need to calm down. That's all I'm saying. Oak need to calm down. Yeah, Oak need to calm down. So anyway, yeah. But overall, I don't understand anybody having a problem with where the Knicks are right now. The worst case scenario is 12-8. If they lose Tuesday, they'll be 12-8. They're 12-7 right now. Right now, do you realize the Knicks are tied for the 4th seed right now with Philadelphia? Okay? Y'all realize that? The Knicks are tied for the 4th seed with Philadelphia. Okay? I don't understand that, why people are tripping. But I'm telling you, your team is good. Your team is good. Did he, Nancy? Yeah, I was saying he had some car washes. I remember he was running some business in New York. Oh, and I think he did pretty well financially on his business. So props to Oakley on his business acumen, is what I'm saying. And so he did good. But I'm telling you, if he was like Latrell went and gambled away his money, man. That happened to a lot of guys. They gamble away the loot, playing, acting like players. And then, of course, they start messing around with these, let's call them looser ladies, and then they losing all their money that way. And Latrell was one of them. Okay. And after cursing Dolan out, after tripping, he's on the payroll. He's on the payroll. Yeah. The Knicks are tied for the 4th seed right now. Them in Philly, 4th seed. Okay. And I'm telling you, look, when they lost the game one time, somebody said, you still think they're going to win 50 games? Look, one game doesn't determine an analysis. You have to look bigger. You have to look past this year's trade deadline. What you got? We got a squad. Look, one night, it could be Dante and Josh Hart. Another night, it could be Emmanuel Quickly. Another night, Mitchell Robinson. Another night, RJ, Juju. The only constant that the Knicks need is Jalen Brunson. And you're getting that. I mean, you're getting it. But you got so much weaponry in your rotation right now. You don't want to mess with it. There's no need to be talking about DeMar DeRozan. There's no need to be talking about anybody right now. You got so much weapons on your rotation right now. You should be just saying thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Don. Thank you, James Dolan. Thank you all. You brought us back. The Knicks are back. Okay? Back. Y'all got me? Back. The Knicks are back. Yeah, I was saying, people that are tripping on Grimes don't understand the first thing about development. And I want to be, very fair with the people in Knicks Nation that are being eggheads on this. Let me just be fair about it. Y'all have never seen development. You never have. See, that's and I'm not being funny. You never seen development. Before Tom Thibodeau came here, y'all don't know what development looks like. You've never developed any player in New York except Patrick Ewing. Ewing is the only guy you really developed. Okay, maybe you might say Charlie Ward, but you really never drafted somebody and developed them. So some of y'all don't know what development looks like, and because of that, you start tripping when you see it. Okay, baby trying to walk and he keeps stumbling, and y'all start tripping. Trade him, sit him, bench him. And after every game, if it's a win, oh my God, we need to just start Dante DiVincenzo right now. And if it's a loss, oh my God, we need to just trade Dante DiVincenzo next time we see him. When you are, KP didn't allow the Knicks to develop him. And he asked to leave. And I give kudos to Steve Mills, who said, oh, you want to leave? Bye. Actually, if we look back on it, when he walked out, when he skipped the interview, the exit interview with Phil Jackson at that time, the Celtics were offering like 3 or 4 number 1 picks and Jaylen Brown. If you look back on that, would you take that? You know, would you take that now? See, because at the time, the Celtics were offering Jaylen Brown and like 3 or 4 number 1s for KP at the time. Okay. And I think they were going to throw in somebody else, like it might be Marcus Smart. Would you take that now? I would have taken it. And Phil was thinking about taking it. Dolan stopped him. Phil was going to take it. Dolan stopped him. Said, no, you can't trade KP. And I understand that. But KP and his brother were idiots. KP is a different guy now. He's much more mature. But at the time, New York was too much for the boy. And he was acting up. Okay. And he had to go. Okay. And he was gone. But y'all, still my point though, y'all never seen development in New York. You just never have. The first time you've seen development now is Mitchell Robinson. And people would look, when it was time for Mitch to get his bag, how many people was in New York talking about, no, he's not worth $60 million? How many, y'all remember that? How many people was talking about, he's not worth $60 million? Oh man, he's the mid-level exception. He's a minimum guy. Oh no, you need to trade him and go get Miles Turner. How many people were saying that? Y'all remember? Y'all remember? And I was saying, no, he's a championship piece. There ain't no championship piece. Thanks for the $2. It was luck. KP could sneeze and tear his ACL. Good one, Mr. Luck. Good one. Yeah, but no. I was telling y'all, leave Mitch Rob alone. And then there was this fool talking about we need to trade him for a stretch 5. I said, motherfucker, stretch 5. We got a dude that's a defensive anchor. What's wrong? And I'm still telling some people, look, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. Okay? So he can shoot? No. Can he do drop steps and baby hooks and all that? Although, did y'all see him do that crossover with the same right hand the other day? I forgot who it was against. He started to go right and he brought the ball back and he went down the middle and dumped. I'm telling you. But my point is, he was still developing. And people were calling for him to be traded. He was still developing. See? So I'm saying, why were people calling for him to be traded? Because you have never seen development. And some people still, it's been done in front of you now. RJ, Mitch Rob, quickly, they've all developed right before your eyes. And you still can't see it. So you're calling for Grimes to be replaced. And you don't understand. He's in his development process. Okay. And what keeps him on the floor is he is a high level defender. They put him on whoever the best guy is, Jimmy Butler, Tyrese Halliburton. They put him on whoever those guys are. He's guarding them every night in his 3rd season. Okay. and he's developing. You got to let him develop without saying, start Dante DiVincenzo, start him now. Look, like I said, most people didn't pick the Knicks to be 12-8 or 12-7 at this point. Should keep their goddamn mouth shut because they're doing good. Grimes ain't costing them no games. Grimes is locking people up. He's playing defense. Okay? We need to leave him alone. Let him develop. It's going to take this season, next season, and maybe a third season. Let him develop. Now, well, you might give him up next summer if you can get OG Anunoby, because honestly, when you look at the Toronto Raptors right now, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Scotty Barnes is playing out of his mind. You got Pascal Siakam, you got OG Anunoby, and I felt like they got the right center in Polo. Now, as far as the guard spot, I like the boy they got there, the German boy at guard, but he's not anymore a high-level starting point guard. So when they lost Kyle Lowry, and then they turn around and lose Fred VanVleet, that hurt them a lot. So I don't understand why they're not better than they are. I felt like they should be better. But really, honestly, they messed up when they let Dwayne Casey go. Yeah, they brought in Nick Nurse, another really good coach, but they also had Kawhi Leonard, and they had Kyle Lowry, and they had Fred VanVleet. All of them are gone now. So they struggling. So what am I saying? They might be a fire sale in Toronto come next summer. They might be a fire sale in Toronto come next summer. And OG is going to have leverage. Why? He's got at next summer, he'll have 1 year left on his contract. So whatever team obtains him if they're going to give up assets, they're going to want an assurance that he's going to extend with them. You understand what I'm saying? That he's going to want an assurance that they're going to that OG will extend with them. They're not going to buy OG for a 1 year rental, and you know that Don ain't doing that. So, but there's going to be a fire sale next summer, I think, with Siakam, OG. They might even start at the trade deadline because they ain't doing nothing right now. They getting beat. Siakam, OG. Those are the big fish that's in Toronto. They're not going to be trading Scotty Barnes because Scotty Barnes is the type of player you build around, okay? You don't trade him. You're going to start building around him, okay? Scotty Barnes, I knew he was going to be good coming out of Florida State, out of our boy Leonard Hamilton's program. I knew Scotty Barnes was going to be all that. In fact, I picked him to win Rookie of the Year, and he did. But I didn't think he was going to even be this good. I mean, homie's hitting threes, homie's scoring, homie's playing defense, homie's rebounding. Scotty Barnes is doing it all, man. So, yeah, next summer you might get an opportunity to get OG. And if you're going to get an OG, they're going to keep RJ and trade Grimes because Perry kind of let the cat out the bag a little bit when he talked about RJ being moved to the 2. When I heard that, I said, oh, for the right price, they trade Grimes. At least Perry would. But then I had to think twice because RJ is from Canada. Y'all, of course, we all know that. He's from Toronto, and he'll be 24 next year. And if you're going to, either him or Grimes with Scotty Barnes, it's a good starting point to create your future team. It's a good starting point. So either one of those guys could be moved next summer for OG. And if you bring OG into the Knicks, you're going to really add a serious player. But you're going to have to trade either Grimes or RJ. If you traded Grimes, you got to add salary with Grimes. And I know people think it's going to be Fournier, but he'll be an expiring deal. I don't know what they would do. But if they traded RJ for OG, that could almost be straight up because the money matches. So I don't know what they're going to do. But either one, if you put Grimes next to OG or you put RJ next to OG, that would be really a dynamic situation. Because OG right now, I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's going to be always this way, but he's a better defender than RJ, and he's a more consistent shooter than Grimes right now. Right now. Okay. So it would be something I'd have to see what happens, but that's next summer. Nothing's going to happen this year. That's what I'm saying. Everybody looking at trade deadline stuff is just, you're getting sucked into media hype so that they can get you to click on them and they can make their little money. But ain't nothing happening at the trade deadline this year, y'all. The Knicks are gonna be quiet, and they need to be, because we got a squad. We got a squad. The Knicks got a real squad. Now, as far as IQ's contract, this is the thing people keep bringing up. Is he worth 25 to 30 million a year? Okay, this is what, right? Am I telling you all the truth? They bring up, is he worth 25 to 30? And can the Knicks pay him? Because we got to pay this guy and we got to pay that guy. Okay, a couple of things we need to understand about contracts in the NBA. And I'm not an expert on contract, but I understand what I'm saying when I get ready to tell you this. The contract is not based on anything but the current market. See, somebody said, well, he can't make more than Brunson. That's not true. Brunson's market was what Brunson signed into. This summer's market is a different market. You got me? So it's what the market price is at the time. It's like you buy a house and maybe you pay $400,000 for the house. That was the market for your house. But then you're going to buy into another market and the same house might be $500,000 because of the market. Okay? Like the house I grew up in, my father and mother paid $16,000 for that house in 1964, 65. Today, that house is $450,000, same house. And they hardly do anything to it. But that's the market. So what IQ can get, it doesn't matter what Brunson got. It doesn't matter what RJ got. It doesn't matter what Jew got. What's going to determine IQ's number is the market and what players in his market are getting. So if the market is 30 million, he could get 30 million. We have to understand it's not based on Brunson's contract. Brunson's contract don't matter. What is IQ's contract in 2024's market? That's right. Thank you, Coach Hauser. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So it depends on what the market is. People keep looking at players like Jewel. He can't be the highest paid player on the team. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Okay, it depends on what the market dictates. Okay, so somebody might offer him $25 million a year. And let me tell you something, the Knicks better match it. They better match it. Okay, now somebody will say, what about Brunson? Brunson is under contract for what? 2 more years? After this is the second year of Brunson's contract, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got a 4-year deal. So let's say he's under contract for 1 more year next year. After, he's got 1 more year under contract. Well, you don't worry about that now. That's not now. That's 2 years from now. Do you worry about that then? See, you worry about that then. He signed a 4-year, $104 million contract. He's in the second year of that contract. So he's got 24, 25. And then 25, 26, he got a player option for $25 million. So let's say he opts out. The Knicks will re-sign him. But 2 things we got to remember. That's 2 years from now. That ain't got nothing to do with next year. And not only that, the salary cap is rising. Okay? Y'all know the salary cap is rising? So the salary cap is rising, okay? Not only that, let me tell you something else that's real shocking, that you might find shocking. The Knicks can go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. They can, okay? The Knicks have the capability of getting to the ECF this season. So if the Knicks were to get to the ECF, and don't let them get to the finals, but if they were to get to the ECF, okay, listen to me. The Knicks will go, they don't care about the luxury tax. Teams that are ready at that level, like Boston. Boston didn't care about the luxury tax this year. Why? Because now they were in the ECF, they were in the finals. It's knocking on the door time. So money now you throw out, you don't care about the money now because you got the squad, you're knocking on the door. If the Knicks were to make the ECF this year, they're going to make sure they keep quickly. They're going to pay whatever. They're going to keep him, and they're going to re-sign everybody you see. They don't care if they'll be the luxury tax because now they're in the process of winning a chip. So all this talk about, they got to afford this one, they got to afford that one. No. Let's see how they perform this season. That's what I'm saying. No trades. Let's see how they perform. Mr. William 1072, thanks for the $5. OG Grimes and Mitch on the floor together. Kind of defense that you get a chip. Yeah, I agree with you. Although I have to admit, I think Mr. William, you would agree. RJ's defense is looking pretty daggone good right now. I mean, RJ's defense is looking pretty daggone good right now. I'm not saying he's going to be all NBA defense. OG has been all NBA defense already. But RJ's defense, and what am I saying? We have to let RJ continue to develop. Maybe he'll be, a much higher level defender coming playoffs. And we know that RJ is a big game player. Okay, he's even when he with the Ray Charles glasses on. When it comes to a big game in a big spot, this kid's gonna show up. You know that he's gonna show up. So if he keeps doing that, that's why I'm saying no trades until we see where they are at the end of the season. Let's just let them play. See where they are at the end of the season. Lewis Luck, thanks for the final production. The Knicks are getting at the money they're paying is crazy when you think about it. Yep, that's exactly right. And this is where you want to be in this particular season. So again, like Lewis Luck said, if they were to make the ECF this year, they're keeping everybody. Okay, and they're going to pay. And they don't care about the tax anymore because now they're on the verge. When you're on the verge, see, 2 years ago, no. Even last year, no, because you're still developing. Third year, second year, first year, you're developing. Now you're fourth year. Let these birds fly, and let's see where they go. If the Knicks, this team that we got right here, makes the ECF, and God forbid, don't let them make the finals. If they were to do that, hell no, we're not trading nobody. Nobody's getting traded. At that point, they're going to keep running these dogs, and everybody's going to be hyped. And they're going to pay everybody. The good thing is they've already locked up Josh Hart. They've locked up Dante DiVincenzo, right? They got to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein, but they got Mitch Robb locked up for 2 more seasons. They got Drew locked up for 2 more seasons. They got JB locked up for 2 more seasons. They got to deal with IQ, okay? Basically, they ain't even got, and that's another thing. Why are you trading Grimes let's say you're going to trade Grimes for DeMar DeRozan? So you're trading $2, $3, $4 million a year for $30 million? Is that smart? Is that smart? So DeRozan is gonna make like something like $30 million. Grimes is making like $4 million. So you're telling me that's a good deal? Seriously? No, it's not a good deal. Okay, no, you're not going to do that. But you see, when you're looking at NBA 2K, all you can see is, DeMar DeRozan. Let's talk about DeMar DeRozan. I've given DeMar DeRozan a lot of props. If you listen to my channel, I've always said his footwork is Hall of Fame, all-time great level. I'm telling you. For a guy that everybody in the world knows cannot shoot a 3, he gets to his spots at will. You can know where he's going. He's still going to get there because his footwork. It's like Jimmy Butler. You can know Jimmy Butler's coming in the lane. You could try to stop him, but his footwork is so perfect. He's going to get there. Okay? Anyway, he's going to get there. And it's the same with DeMar DeRozan. But let's be real. DeMar DeRozan was one of the 2 star players. Him and Kyle Lowry in Toronto couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. They trade DeMar DeRozan to San Antonio and bring in Kawhi Leonard, same team, championship. DeMar DeRozan leaves San Antonio, joins Vucevic, joins Lonzo Ball, joins the pogo stick there in Chicago. Not only do they hardly make the playoffs, they lottery. So he can't get it done now. So what? You think he's going to get it done in New York now? And now he's 35? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, I know they ain't going. They're going to hype. I'm not trading Quentin Grimes at $4 million with all the future ahead of him for a guy that's past his prime and making $30 million. I got the same, listen here, I got the same percentage chance of going to the Eastern Conference Finals with Grimes that I would with DeRozan. I got the same percentage chance. Why am I giving up all of this? For what? What y'all think they should be 19-0 right now? Come on, man. The Knicks, yeah. So let's calm down on this whole DeRozan thing. No disrespect to DeMar DeRozan. Like I said, he's a pro. He's a high-level NBA player. Footwork off the chart. Plays tough defense. But I'm not giving up anybody. I'm not giving up RJ for sure. I'm not giving up Grimes. I'm not giving up IQ. I'm not giving up nothing. No, no, no. No. Okay, but people see that name and they start tripping. There's going to be other names that's going to come up before the trade deadline, and people are going to trip on them. Let me just tell you now, don't come to me asking me about a trade. I don't want no trades. Zero. I keep telling people that. They still come. And you know what? It's a habit. It's the dopamine. People want to, come on, Raw, join us and let's get high on the dopamine together. Don't you want? Name the player. Don't you want? DeMar DeRozan, don't you want Kelly Olynyk? Name the player. It's the dopamine effect. No, I don't. I don't want him. Yeah, Deuce, they're going to probably lose Deuce. The only way they keep Deuce is if IQ leaves. If IQ leaves next summer, Deuce stays and gets some money. If IQ stays, which I suspect he will, they're going to do to Deuce what they did to Obi. They're going to give Deuce an opportunity to go somewhere where he can play. And that will be righteous. But, yeah, I don't know. You're going to see. Deuce is wasting right now on the bench. He's wasting talent on the bench. And the Knicks know that. The Knicks ain't stupid. But they can't do nothing with it right now. They're not going to give him away. Exactly, Jabroni. I'm not trading for him. Oh, hell no. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's not even waste time. Now, the Villanova crew, they doing real good, man. Brunson is to me right now playing at an all-NBA, all-star level, no doubt. Dante and Hart had one of his best quarters the other night against Toronto. Okay. Can't expect, see, this is the thing though. People see it once and they expect it every night. You're not going to get that every night. But if you get it at crucial times, it's good. One night it might be Hart. One night it might be Dante. One night it might be two of them, but you got to, you some people in New York, you get it once, you think, oh, you got to get it every night. No, you can't do that every night. Somebody said, well, he's going to have a 15 a game. We got to start him. That's what somebody said about Hart. I was like, no. He's a backup. He's a second unit guy. He's doing his job. He's doing his job for the reason the Knicks signed him to do his job. And that's what he needs to do. Okay. See, we don't need to be changing something for every loss or every win. We don't need to do it. Just keep the team the way you got. They're doing their job. That's what they're supposed to do. Dante was signed to do what you saw him do the other night. That's what he was signed for. Hart was signed to saw him do what he do the other night. Get you 8 rebounds. And even the Knicks weren't expecting him to hit the threes the way he's hitting them, but he's doing it. He's doing very well. And then, of course, he can guard bigger players. Hart can guard bigger players. Actually, when you look at Josh Hart defensively, he has more problems with guys that are his size than guys that are bigger than him. He seems to really adapt well to guard guys bigger than him. I think he enjoys that. But he really has a problem with guys that are his size, So the Knicks are really doing well. What we need is just to let this crew play. It's like a cake in the oven. Let it cook. Don't take it out too soon, right? Don't overcook it. Let it cook. And they're doing very well. I'm gonna tell you something too. It's gonna be really big if the Knicks can beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee the other night. They're coming off. They're gonna have 4 days rest. And by the way, I didn't really realize the benefit of this. What do you call that? This mid-season tournament, because I didn't realize they would get so much rest. So the Knicks had already, even though they've played 5 back-to-back, they've had a 4-day stretch rest, and they play Fridays. They have Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They have a 3 stretch rest before their next game on Tuesday. So that's good, especially when Julius has some knee swelling. And by the way, you got to give Julius flowers. Come out there when he was questionable and did work, against Toronto. Did work. Okay. So When will Obi play the Knicks? I don't know, but it's going to happen. That's going to happen because Indiana is in the Eastern Conference, so they're going to play the Knicks. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they're gonna play the Knicks. But I'm just watching Obadiah do work. This past week he had a 22-point game. I think he had a 27-point game. He hit 4 threes last night against the Heat. They had and my man had him in there guarding Butler last night. They had Obi focusing on Butler. So and he was doing a good job. Like I said, he had 4 blocks last night. Obi had 4 blocks last night. Yeah, my man's gonna be all right. I knew he was a starter, and I knew he was gonna be all right. It's just that he got caught behind Jew. It is what it is. The Knicks did him a solid, put him in Indiana, and they're doing real good because Halliburton. So I was saying nobody in the Eastern Conference is playing better than Brunson, and somebody reminded me about Halliburton, and so I said, okay. Yeah, but I'm all Brunson because I'm a Knicks fan. But yeah, I got to give Halliburton his props. Halliburton and Brunson, honestly, in my opinion, should be the starting backcourt for the Eastern Conference in the All-Star game. Because Halliburton is, a lot of us liked Halliburton coming out of Iowa State, but he is really that dude. I still can't believe that the Kings traded him. But whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's true. Obi looked wild. Jew looked like he's still in college. Jew got rid of Buckwheat, right? And Obi took on Sly and the Family Stone. Obi took on Sly and the Family Stone, and Jew got rid of Buckwheat. Yeah, that's what happened, man. It's February 1st, Mike. Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, good afternoon, GJ Thunder. I am going to be in New York. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. So we're going to be in New York for the Nets game in Brooklyn. So the game is on, I believe it's on the 20th, right? Yeah, the game's on the 20th. I'm going to be in New York. I'm flying into New Jersey on the 19th. So I got kind of all day on the 20th before the game, and then I'm flying out on the morning of the 21st, right? So I got kind of all day on the 20th before the game. Y'all want to hang out at a restaurant and get together on a restaurant in New York on the 20th of December? What y'all think about that? In fact, let me get a poll on that one. Let me get a poll. I'm going to put it here. How many of y'all want to do that? I'm going to start the poll. So we'll figure out how many of y'all want. Because I'm thinking maybe we get together in New York. Now, my favorite restaurant in New York is the Peruvian chicken spot, Florida de Mayo. I'm thinking before the game. I can't, after the game is be kind of late. I'm thinking before the game. I'm not a late night hangout person, but you got to remember I'm an OG. I ain't one of these G's that be hanging all night. I ain't doing that no more. But I'm thinking before the game, we could get together, maybe at lunch, maybe at like 1, 2 o'clock and hang out at a restaurant. Now, there's a Florida de Mayo there's several of those, but I like the one on 86th Street in Manhattan. Junior's Cheesecake, where's that? Where's that at? Where Junior's Cheesecake at? I don't know. Old G's, right? That's right. So we'll be down there. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all want to do though. In Brooklyn, okay. Is there something near Barclays? Yeah, it's true, Lonnie. It's true. They looking at it like it's a labor union, a regular labor union. It's not. This is different. It's based on the market and what teams are willing to play and what the market prices are. People get overpaid, people get unpaid. I watch a little bit of football, Corey Lindsay. I don't watch a lot. I watch basketball, obviously, mostly. My favorite sports to watch are basketball, track and field, and then, it's a toss-up. I like some gymnastics. I love boxing when it's good boxing, but basketball, track and field, I like them. Upper West Side, Flatbush Avenue. Okay, downtown near Barclays. Okay, so if we went, let's put it this way. If now my favorite spot, like I said, is the Upper West Side. That's where I lived, but we don't have to go there. But if we could be in Brooklyn nearby Barclays, yeah, cash out, James. I'm on that too. Yeah, cash out, James. I'm on that too. Oh, really? Okay. Organic got it figured out. Barkley El Gran Castillo. It wouldn't be any relation, would it? El Gran Castillo de Huaga. Okay. All right. Is that the name of the place? Let me wait. I'm writing it down. El Gran Castillo. What's that? Your cousin? Is that your cousin? It's your cousin. Okay. So okay, so El Gran Castillo de Huagan. That seems like I'm gonna go with that one as a top notch because you say it's Dominican, which means they must have some good chicken. I'm looking for some good chicken, man. Not fried, baked chicken. Okay, I'm looking for some nice baked chicken. You're right, Francisco Carrillo. They would get more of my attention instead of trying to be like dudes. They should just be females and play like females and look like females. But anyway, J Street. Michael Drake said, "What you can, Michael? Can you name a restaurant there on J Street? Can you name a restaurant at that subway stop?" Oh, absolutely, Chris House. Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. There's no doubt, man. No doubt at all. Mm-mm. Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just but I'm just so far El Gran Castillo is the one that I got that somebody got an actual restaurant name. I know Flor de Mayo in Manhattan. And y'all got a name? Y'all got a name? Juniors? Is it called Juniors Brooklyn, LA? Juniors. I'm gonna write that down. What kind of food is Juniors? What kind of food Juniors got? What kind of food Juniors got? What Joe? What kind of curry? What kind of food does Juniors got? What kind of food is it? I can't eat no cheesecake, man. Y'all can have cheesecake. I'm too old for that sugar, man. I can't be having that sugar. No, wait. Where's your Stan? Where's your neighborhood? I lived on 97th in Columbus. Modern American. Modern American. Oh, that's the type of food it is. I like Florida de Mayo. You're gonna cause me to go with my spot, man, because I know what they got at Florida de Mayo. They got everything you need at Florida de Mayo. They got everything you need. I'm just saying, if you like chicken, if you like plantano, if you like tostones, if you like, they got you. If you want just regular fried, whatever kind of drink you want, they got it. I'm trying to tell you, Florida de Mayo. I can tell you right now, that's my spot. They got it, and it's a little cute little spot. Like you go inside, everybody's like close together. It's kind of like a little hole in the wall spot. And I think mine are the ones I like. There's one on 100th Street, but I don't want to go to that one. I'm talking about 86th Street in Amsterdam. Nah, I never heard. See, Jabroni, I've only been to Brooklyn restaurants a few times, not a lot. I can't even tell you the name of the restaurant the last time I went there. It was like 3 years ago. I went to a restaurant. It was actually not far from Barclays, but I forgot the name of it. And yeah, I forgot. There it is. Anyway, okay, Floyd de Mayo. I think I want to do that. I want to do that. If you can make it, you can make it. If you can't make it, you can't make it. No, I'm not. I'm not into fried chicken, Johnny Davis. See, I'm trying to get away from the fried stuff and the sugar, man. I'm an old head. I got to stay healthy. There's activities that I like to continue doing, so I like to stay healthy. so that my blood flows right. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, oh, was it? Well, Biggie, man. Biggie was a hefty dude, though. Biggie was a hefty dude, though. That's all I'm saying. Biggie was a hefty dude. I, Joe Curry, yeah. Speaking of, we got some pollo. We got some pollo. Yeah, we gotta keep, we gotta keep the blood flowing nice, man. Y'all understand when you get to be 60 something, you'll know you know what I'm talking about. There's certain things that you like to continue doing. And you can't just eat anything you want like when you're 19. There's hell to pay behind some of that stuff. See, me, I give up sweets to be able to have other abilities. You understand? So I know they did, Coach House. I did. I didn't watch the game. I saw the score. I was watching my boy Obi. And then last night, what was I watching last night? I was hoping, I think, was it Obi? I was watching teams that affect the Knicks. Who was it? Was it Indiana? Yeah, I was watching Obi last night. Yeah. I was watching Obi and them. Obi and them beat Miami. I was hoping that Detroit would somehow pull off a miracle and beat Cleveland, but that didn't happen. And and I was hoping Atlanta, the Munchkin and them, the Leprechaun, could beat Milwaukee. That didn't happen either. No boy, no more. That's right, Coach Ruben. You hit the nail. I gave up sweets so I can still have even better sweets, and I'm good. I'm good. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I need the pollo. Chicken. I mean, just in terms of pure nutrition, not fried chicken, but chicken, baked chicken. One of the best things you can eat, man. Baked chicken. I'm on keto. So that's one of the best things I can eat. I'm So I'm gonna have me a lot. I'm gonna have me a whole pollo. I'm gonna have me some vegetable with it. I can't even have the plantain, but I'm gonna have me some spirits. I'm gonna have me some spirits also. I like the Magic. Before the season started, Guilford, I remember I was telling you, Magic gonna be that team. They're gonna be good. The Magic gonna be good. Yes, chicken and broccoli. Right, Jabroni. Look, all right, that's it there, going 86th Street, Amsterdam. I'll be reminding y'all all week. I'm gonna call them, and and if I need to, depending on, like, if we get more than 5 people coming, 10 or whatever, I'll call them and tell them we got a crew coming to set us up a table, and we'll be in good shape. I love the chicken there. I'm gonna invite my cousin. I got 2 cousins I'm hanging with. One is going to the game with me, and then I got another cousin. I'm gonna have her come too. If she can make it. I'm gonna ask if she can make it. Blair V. No, we didn't waste time on stuff that should never happen. So no, I didn't discuss Lauri Markkanen rumors. I think it's a waste of my energy. The Knicks don't need nor want Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, that's right. So I'm into, all right, now that's it. 86th Street, Amsterdam. Okay. Any of y'all off work that day? Anybody off work? Are y'all all working that day? I'm off, obviously. I'm gonna be in New York. But any of y'all off that day? That's the week before the Xmas, before the baby Jesus holiday. What y'all off that day? Any of y'all off? Because the reason I'm asking, because I'm thinking maybe we want, if the games are 7 or whatever, maybe we should get there like around 2. Yeah, lentils and beans, they have protein. But per pound, yeah. But really, you have to eat a lot of lentils and beans to get the protein you get from, 2 pieces of good chicken, baked chicken. You really, if you compare the nutritional value, you'll see based on, you'd have to eat a lot of lentils. It's like somebody was saying that, lettuce has some, spinach has a lot of stuff in it, but you'd have to eat a lot of spinach to get the nutritional value you get in a leg of protein for, nuts and almonds. Yep. I love pistachios. Pistachio, love pistachio. I be putting pistachios and sunflower seeds in my salad. Love pistachio. Michael, you're self-employed. Michael, you gonna be so Michael, it looks like you and me could hook up over there with my two cousins in 86 in Amsterdam. Okay, okay. How about 3 o'clock? Is that too late? What y'all think? 3 o'clock. You have to work, Guilford. There you go. What about 3 o'clock on the afternoon of December 20th? December 20th, 3 p.m. What y'all think? December 20th, 3 p.m. What you think? Listen, Blair, I want to let you know, I was a vegan, strict for 20 years. I was a 20-year vegan, strict. And I was a raw vegan, all raw food, mostly fruit, for 4 years. So I know all about this stuff, to be quite honest with you. I was a vegan a long time. But since I've become keto, I have to tell you, my health has gone on an upswing. 2 is better? Okay, then that's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. All right. 2 p.m., 20th of December, 86th Street in Amsterdam. 86th Street in Amsterdam. Yeah, I've been, like I said, I was vegan a long time. And it worked for a long time for me. But after a while, I started getting diminishing returns. And I think that's with any diet because of the way they're messing with the food these days. You know what I mean? You gotta have times where you need to be vegan. There's a time when it's good to be fruitarian. There's a time when it's good to be keto. There's a time when it's good to be carnivore. Depends on where you are in your health walk. You know what I'm saying? Where you at with your journey. But depends on where you at. But for me and my wife right now, we're doing keto and we're really getting benefits, health benefits from keto. Yeah, Wiz, you make a good point. That's what I'm saying. I think I like Michael Bernhardt's suggestion of 2 o'clock because we can eat, we could chill, we could leave by let's say 4:30 at the latest probably, and then we still have time to get to the game on time. So I like that. It's 83rd and 84th. Okay, thank you, Stan. It's 80 something. I'm sorry, 83rd, 84th, 83rd. Yeah, Amsterdam, right? 83rd. 84. The last time I was there was like 2 years ago, but we went to the 100th Street one. We went to the 100th Street one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what it is like, Jess. So believe me, I planned this in September. I was planning on coming to this game. I actually bought these tickets in September. When they first came out with the schedule, I bought the tickets. I bought these tickets, man. So I was ready for this one. And I called my cousin. We, getting hooked up. Matter of fact, I had to contact my other cousin. So 83rd, 84th in Amsterdam, Florida de Mayo, December 20th, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be promoting that from this day until this is what, December 3rd. So for the next 2 weeks, you'll be hearing me talk about December 20th, 2 p.m., Florida de Mayo, 83rd in Amsterdam. Yeah, I haven't been to New York since my cousin's husband died. That was 2 years ago. Something like 2 years ago. I went there. It was the last time I went there. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yep. So it's been a couple of years since I've been in New York. I will be back. We'll be in Manhattan. We'll be getting ready for the game. It's going to be a good game. Knicks against the Nets, always good game. But man, Ben Simmons might be back for that game. I think they said 2 more weeks for his back. So he might be available there. And yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I like how we handling business in MSG. I think we're doing good. My wife just got back, so I got to get going. Hey, it's been fun. Always fun hanging out. And some of y'all, I'm getting used to seeing y'all. Stan Man, Joe Curry, Blair V, Chris Hauser. I'm getting used to seeing y'all, man. I know who y'all are now, but now Francisco, JL, some of y'all I get to see. Michael Everhart, I've seen you sometimes, but Senior Beef, I've seen you a lot. Jabroni Z, Tony Tippins, Guilford. Yeah, all y'all, I've been used to seeing y'all. Except Margaret Edwards, the Stevenson, I'm used to seeing y'all, man. So I'm starting, and of course, Organic Fanatics, we actually, we have fellowship together multiple times already, and we'll, by the grace of most, I do it. Coach Ruben, been seeing y'all all, man. So yeah, always fun. Be thankful for what you got, New York, Knicks Nation. Be thankful for what you got. Don't complain. You got a good thing at MSG. Be thankful for what you got. Right? Be thankful for what you got. V Dash, what's up? Be thankful for what you got. Keep going, man. We doing good. And so we got a big game Tuesday night against Milwaukee. I like our chances. This is no longer a team where you don't feel like there's some games you just can't win. The Knicks can win any game they play. And it's been a long time since we could say that. Any game the Knicks play against any team in the NBA, they have a chance to win. Anyone. Of course, they could lose, but they got a chance to win. So against Milwaukee, in Milwaukee, there was a time when we would say, okay, let's see how close they can make it, right? No, they could beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee. It's a chance. I'm saying it's not no automatic that they lose this game. All right. Yeah, they don't have to fear the deer. They have to fear nobody no more. Okay. So yeah, I think it'll be good. I hope Jules knee, rest up, get back. RJ, everybody gets right so that we be ready to play Tuesday. If there's nobody on the injury list, I think we'd be in good shape. Yeah, beat the Bucks. That's right. Beat the Bucks. That's right. That's right. Don't fear the deer. Beat the Bucks. That's right. That's right. Yeah. What Mitch Rob did for his high school coach, that was classiest thing we've heard in a minute. That's one of the classiest things we've heard in a minute. I mean, Mitch Rob is just a big old country boy. That's all he's been since he come to New York. It's just a weird mix, him in New York, because he's a big old country boy from Louisiana. That's why he's from the bayou, But hey, he did right, by his coach there. He really did. Mitch Rob is a good heart, man. He really is. You can see he's a good guy. He's a good kid. May he be blessed, man. And may he keep leading the NBA in offensive rebounders for the Knicks. Yeah, he really, I love this kid, man. So let him keep doing what he do. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Again, thank you for coming out. Really had a good time with y'all. Always do. Yeah, I did see, I think I saw it on Instagram. I saw a pickup truck. I think I need a ladder to get in there. And a 5 foot tall woman, forget about it. She need an elevator to get up in there. Oh, man. Yeah, but y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday today. No Knicks for a couple of days. No games at all as far as basketball today. Let me see what else is on. We'll see what's happening here. Maybe I'll watch some Clint Eastwood or something. But anyway, y'all enjoy your Sunday. Shalom.